When we talk about minimally speaking or non-speaking autistic children, help us understand their world, Stephanie.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's a great question. And I think there's a lot of people, I think professionals out there that we might say like we're experts in this area or in autism. And the thing I think I've learned through learning spelling to communicate is that hold on, we're not the experts. The experts are actually these individuals who suffer with this condition.
Yes.
So I would say the best way to understand these individuals is to find, and again, we're going to talk about this, but to find those resources that are their own words, like their experience, what they've gone through. And that to me is the best way to understand their world because each individual, they do share, obviously, because they have this diagnosis of autism, so they share similar symptoms, similar characteristics, but each individual's body and their brain, they work slightly differently. I mean, just like you and I, people would say, oh, we're neurotypical. But if somebody said, like, how do we understand us? Well, if you ask me, I may say, well, I have anxiety and I have these things and I'm ADD. And you may say, no, I'm a pretty calm person. And so it's going to be different. I mean, I think the autistic population is no different than us with regard to that. They're similar, but they're very different. So the best way to understand them is to find those resources and books that are written by these particular individuals.
And I hear you saying consider their own individual needs.
Yes, they're like, if you want to know about us, ask us. And so that's the huge thing with spelling to communicate is actually working to give them that voice so that they can tell you, like, this is what I need. This is what's going to help me. Like, this is how you can best support me. And so that's really like our goal is to give them access to communication, give them autonomy so that I don't believe that any of us are truly independent functioning. Like you and I would probably say, yes, we're independent functioning. But the truth is, there's so many people I know behind me that support me and help me function in a way that I can look independent, right? So I always get kind of thrown off by the word independent because I'm like, we all are depending on the people around us and our own support networks to help us be successful.
What's helpful for our son is he doesn't have verbal speech. He doesn't have great body control, but it's helping him to learn to control his body and then communicate by pointing to letters. His school, thankfully, has been really awesome and has been a learning partner with us. And as a school, they've embraced this methodology. They allow him to use it. And they have teachers and speech pathologists that use it at school. So it's really become a way that he's continued to get age-appropriate academics in school. He shows interest in it. So he's very engaged and he wants to do it. He has to work hard to do it, but we can tell this is something he wants to do. And so we're still early in our journey, but my prayer is that this we'll all, me and my husband as his communication partners and Kian as the individual using this, that we all grow in our skill. And my prayer is that this will be, he'll get to an open mode of communication with us where we can hear more from him, learn more about, all the things he's thinking in his head and just get to know him.